G'day, you good motherfuckers. It is happening again. They're coming for me again. When will they learn that this shit doesn't work on me? What a ridiculous world we live in, where the media and the most easily offended people on earth try desperately to get comedians cancelled because, wait for it, they were offended by a joke. That's what sets people into a panic. Not war, not famine, not disease, offensive jokes. So why am I being cancelled this time? Well, there's 4 answers to that. 4 jokes that people didn't like and were offended by.
What are you doing filming me, you motherfucker? What have you got on your little badge there, big fella? Angus from... I can't read that small. What? You're a real estate agent. You're about as popular as Martin Bryant.
That is a joke about a real estate agent being as bad as the worst mass murderer in Australian history. I think it's a fair comparison to have, and I think everyone in the comment section will agree with me. In that video, there are 2 more jokes about Martin Bryant, okay, and about the tragedy that happened in Port Arthur, this massive event. But that wasn't what got under people's skin. It wasn't even close. Now, before I tell you exactly why I'm getting cancelled for the 3rd time, let me explain this to you. If you didn't already know, these are jokes. They are not real. And for some reason, in the modern era, if you tell a joke that some people don't like, you are to be banished from society. I genuinely believe that any comedian that's worth their weight should get cancelled a couple of times. Look at Jimmy Carr, look at Dave Chappelle. That's just in the last 2 months. Massive comedians being cancelled. And as for me, just your little old Butterfield from Australia, I'm an old hat at this shit. In 2019, I got cancelled for a Holocaust joke. In 2020, I was cancelled for a joke that I made about the Christchurch massacre. Even the New Zealand Prime Minister had a crack at me about that. Now, last weekend, I went to Hobart and Launceston in the beautiful part of Australia that is Tasmania. I'm joking, it's a fucking shit state. Fuck all of you. Nah, it's all right. I don't know why Tasmanians get so much shit. Sure, they fuck all their siblings down there, but hey, it's 2022. Who gives a shit? To understand the joke, I've got to tell you a little bit about what happened. In December, there was a horrible incident at a primary school. The last day of school for the year. There was a jumping castle. Kids were in the jumping castle. Events happened. I think there was bad weather and 6 children died. Fucking horrible. Could you imagine anything worse happening? Now, can you make jokes about horrible events? Something so tragic and disastrous? Yes. Yes, you can. Even in situations of great tragedy like this was, because it's not funny, but you can make jokes about it. Because either everything is okay in comedy or nothing's okay. Because every joke affects someone. So what do? Do we not tell jokes about anything? Of course we can't do that. We have to understand that within comedy, everything is okay or nothing is okay. The joke I told was this, and it wasn't even a joke, it was a passing comment. I was doing a bit that I do about nursery rhymes at primary schools. Now, we all know the ring-a-ring-a-rosy nursery rhyme, right? With the, you know, the girls in year 6, they're going ring-a-ring-a-rosy, skipping all that type of shit. That nursery rhyme was written about the bubonic plague. But I thought, wouldn't it be funny that in 400 years' time, they did the exact same nursery rhyme, but about the coronavirus.
The Chinese are in the wet markets eating lots of bats. Keep going. Infected cruise, Dan Andrews. I'm glad that fell down. I had to say skipping, obviously I wouldn't say jumping castles down here. I obviously couldn't resist that. That popped into my head then and I was like, oh no.
A throwaway line. No one in the audience actually cared. No one walked out. This was 5 minutes into the show, all right? There was a lot of other horrible shit in the show because that's the type of comedy that I do. So I filmed that show, as I've been filming all of my shows across the country, and I posted it on TikTok under the caption, "How to Offend Everyone in Tasmania." And then the shit hits the fan. Australia's biggest news provider, Pulse Hobart, catches wind of the story and they break the news. A popular Australian comedian has been slammed for his insensitive, in quotation marks, I don't know who they're quoting there, jokes about the recent Hillcrest jumping castle tragedy in Devonport and the 1996 Port Arthur incident at his shows in Hobart and Launceston over the weekend. Isaac Butterfield, 28, posted a video to his TikTok page on Monday titled "How to Offend Tasmania." Hang on. So you're reporting on a story about how I offended Tasmania in a video that I released called "How to Offend Tasmania," and you're shocked that it was offensive.
I'm not a smart man.
In which he shared dark sketches. Sketches? What are you, my fucking 90-year-old grandmother? Oh, Isaac, how are those sketches going that you do? Yeah, they're great, Gran. Shut the fuck up. About the tragic December jumping castle incident where 6 primary school children passed away. Obviously horrible. As well as the insensitive, don't know who you're quoting there, jokes in the name of the 1996 Port Arthur attacker. Members of the audience were visibly uncomfortable and upset in the video. Now I assume you're talking about, because everyone else in the front row here, you can see they're smiling. I assume you're talking about this lady. Well, let me tell you about this lady. This lady came up to me after the show, hugged me and told me she had a wonderful time. So I don't know if she got over it or maybe it was just one joke that she didn't love. And that's okay. Comedy is subjective. Some people love the most outrageous humor. Some people like soft humor. It's like music. Some people like metal. Some people like fucking, I don't know, some dickhead on Triple J. Like, it just depends on what you feel like in that moment or what you enjoy across your life. And it's okay. And people have taken to the comment sections to slam the comedian for his, quote, way out of line comments. "I'm a local and that hit close to home," said one TikTok user. Another person commented on telling Butterfield to learn his limits. Butterfield is known for his brutal and controversial commentary. Why are we taking TikTok comments as fucking quotes now? People used to have respect for journalists. Fuck you to the moon, Pulse Hobart, you fucking losers. But they're right, a lot of people were upset, particularly after Pulse released that article. Have a look at all these people. They are mad at me, really mad. And I was receiving some hate and I'm used to that. That's my regular day-to-day. If I don't get a death threat, it's an off day. I feel a bit weird. But Pulse followed it up a couple of days later with another story. And let me tell you this was a serious one. Tasmania's Premier, Peter Gutwein, the big old Gutwein, has cautioned so-called comedians, using December's tragic Hillcrest jumping castle as part of their sketches. Listen here, Gutwein, fucking so-called comedians. How about you shut your fucking mouth, you weak little fuck? But you know what, Pete? I was reading a very interesting article the other day by Australian journalist Michael West. It was very interesting indeed. The article's called "Democracy Gamed: How Tasmania Was Sold to a Pokies Family from Interstate." Interesting. I don't know of any Australian election since the democratic reforms of the late 19th century that was so directly, so openly, so brazenly influenced by large corporate interests expecting to see, once they successfully determined its outcome, a massive return on their investment. So, how about you fuck off, you pokey-loving so-called public servant? In a personal Instagram post responding to Wednesday's Pulse story, Isaac Butterfield said, "People still don't understand the concept of a comedian saying fucked up things, explaining that he believes dark humour is a great way to take the power away from tragedy." I agree. With myself. Well done. Tasmanian's Premier Peter Gutwein tells Pulse he doesn't think Hillcrest is an event someone should be making jokes at, quote, at all. Be a bit weird if he said, "No, I think they should be making jokes about that." Thanks for the advice, Pete. I'll take it on board. Stick it up your ass. Then it turned into something serious. I got an email from the Hobart Mercury, which is a part of news.com.au and owned by News Corp. It said, "Hi Isaac, we saw your video on TikTok from one of your sets, How to Offend Tasmania. And we've noticed there are quite a few people offended in the comments. Why would you watch a video how to offend Tasmania and then be offended? It's so strange. We're interested in writing a story and would be keen to have a chat with you on the phone today. It could be the chance to explain yourself, apologise. How about you fuck off? This could be my chance to explain myself and apologise. Listen, if you contact me and you're from a mainstream newspaper or radio or whatever, I'm not gonna fucking respond to you. You wanna know my thoughts? You come to my fucking YouTube channel and you watch that ad at the start of the video and you give me my fucking 25 cents. But as if I was gonna go on there and apologise. Number one, I'm not gonna apologise. But number two, you're doing a hit piece on me. Why would I give you any of my time? I'd rather spend that time patting my dogs and maybe, I don't know, jerking off with a handful of gravel than talking to you idiots. Am I sorry that the family members lost their children? Of course. Who isn't? But I'm not sorry for the joke. It's a joke. I'm not a politician making a public statement about policy. This is not real. It's not how I actually feel. I'm a comedian that specialises in offensive humour. If there was a show in hell, I'd be the fucking headliner. So why do I do jokes like that? Well, number one, I enjoy them. Okay, I really love that shit. People say a lot of the time, oh, you know, offensive humour, it's lazy humour. Mate, I hear the comedians that you enjoy, all right? I hear the Hannah Gadsby's of the world. Once again, I would rather jam a fucking big old rock up my ass and jerk off with gravel than listen to all of the people that you find funny. I enjoy offensive humour. It's like watching a horror movie. You don't know where the jump scare's coming from, and that's the fun of it. You're like, holy shit, what's he gonna do here? Where's it gonna come? And then it hits you. And it's surprising, it's exciting, and it's fun. But a lot of people message me and they say, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? I know you're being cancelled at the moment. Are you all right? Mate, I love being cancelled. It's great for business. More ticket sales, more views, more subscribers, everything. More people want to see what you're doing when you're actually doing something. So on that topic, come and see me live. I'm doing a tour of Australia and New Zealand. I may also be in America in a couple of weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, head to isaacbutterfield.com/tickets for all that information. Do it fucking now, the link's below. But I wanted to end this video on a positive topic. I wanted to leave you on a story about this dude. Rowan. He is a young man in a wheelchair who requires a computer to speak for him, and he came to my show in Launceston in Tasmania over the weekend where I said this joke and sat in the front row. Now there's one thing that I always do if I see someone who looks different to other people. I always pick on them. Why? I have my reasons, but you'll understand why in a moment. So as soon as I walk out, the front row stands up and gives me a standing ovation. But one person doesn't. Rowan, for obvious reasons. So what do? I fucking gave it to him. I was like, you fucking think you're better than me, not standing up, how dare you? And a few people around going, oh my God, he's in a wheelchair, oh my God. Rowan's laughing, he loves it. He's having the most excitable, happy time, probably of that week, if not the month. He's losing his shit. And I continued that through the show. Every now and then, if I had an opportunity to pick on him, I did it. Now, I received a DM 2 days later from Rowan, and this was fucking awesome. Thank you for making me feel like everybody else. That's why I do this shit. You might think I'm a dickhead, you might think I'm an asshole, you may hate me. I don't care. I know who my people are. They're like-minded, happy, laughing, jovial people. That's the people that I surround myself with. That's the people who go to my shows. Not hateful people, just regular people looking to have a laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, me dick stinks. And thank you for watching this video. Toodaloo, au revoir, bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. Your support means absolutely everything. If you haven't subscribed, do it right now. You keep me dogs fed and I love you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, there's 3 new videos on this channel every week. And if you want more, you can head over to Little Butts Mom, which is the 2nd channel. Ladies and gentlemen, there is more. What about the podcast each and every week? It's available on Spotify and YouTube as well. And I'm also on tour right now around the country doing my show, Cancel Me Now. Stand-up comedy is back, ladies and gentlemen. And please, for Christ's sake, follow me on Instagram. I'm very lonely. Love ya. Bye.